As one of the two leading political parties in the country, and as the major opposition party seeking to make a comeback in the 2023 elections, our guest believes the People's Democratic Party has a responsibility to pioneer a new era of representation of Nigerian women.
Absolutely. At the party's convention holding today, women are vying for various positions and have submitted their nomination and expression of interest forms. But will they be given a chance? And can we afford to undermine the importance of women representation in our politics? We're here to speak on this is women's rights advocate, Ndi Kato. Ndi, welcome to the morning show. It's great to see you here. I mean, the topic of conversation is so strong. When we talk about politics in this country or political candidates, very rarely are we actually speaking about women. And here we are today. The main opposition party is holding their national convention, and it is a great opportunity for women. But do you think we will be here perhaps 24, 48 hours later, talking about women assuming senior positions within this party?
Unfortunately, all the signs are showing that we will not be seeing that. It's quite sad. We were actually pushing for Hajia Ina Chiroma. Of course, I'm no longer in any political party, but of course, women in politics, we keep saying that our political party is women. And so this is of great interest to me. And we were hoping that Hajia Ina Chiroma, who had previously run in the past convention for the vice chairman, right, would get it this time around. But in the past few days, 2 days ago, pressure was put upon her to drop. They sent a governor, sent emissaries to tell her that she should drop from that position. And if she does not drop, she will be embarrassed on the day of the convention. And that is really sad. That is quite sad. What we need to see a lot of the time, especially for now, is inner party democracy. And especially for a party like PDP. PDP needs to show, oh, we are the major opposition party. We want Nigerians to trust us to take them to the next level. Or I guess we don't use next level anymore, but to take them out of what it is they are going through. Sorry, guys. And you would hope that they would read the room and see that this is the situation right now, and we must take critical steps to ensure that Nigerians trust us, more people can relate to what we're doing. And that's not what we're seeing. So right now, it is still the traditional role that has been cut out for women. Women leader, deputy woman leader. There's one woman running for auditor, Good Luck, and then there is, her name is not Good Luck, I'm saying good luck to her. Mm-hmm. And then there's Hajia Ina Chiroma. So even the 35% affirmative action we are not seeing, not even up to 20%, not up to 50% of those who are running are women. And you would think that the few who are running, you know what, the party will make that effort. But before you interject, let me say that even if women, because people are like, where are the women? Why didn't they show up? And I always like to give examples that, you know what, political parties, politicians, power brokers always know where to go and find men. So if you are serious about ensuring that there is equity and there is representation for women, you will look outside of your circle and go, you know what, this woman, she might not be thinking about it. And she's not thinking about it because of critical factors. Factors like coming out to run and facing violence, facing people telling you that you should not run. Several things, the money factor, many things might not make women run. And power brokers can actually look at these women and say, I think this person is capable in this position, and I would bring her here, because that is what they do for men. And we're not seeing that. Instead, we're seeing them trying to pressure women to not run. And that is disappointing.
All right, Ndi, I mean, thanks for that clarification. I mean, it's a pity, isn't it, that Hajia Chiroma has been forced to step down, as you said. But I mean, you know what he said, power is not served a la carte, and you can't just plead for power to be given to you. You have to fight for it. I do not know what your strategies were, but then if the powers that be say that, take it easy, there will be something else for you. Who knows? Maybe, she will be rewarded with something else, etc. My point, therefore, is...
Well, that...
Okay, go on.
Yeah,
go on, Ndi.
Yeah, I'm listening, please.
Okay, I'm saying my...
Okay, so power being served... You want me to give examples of power being served a la carte? Right there in the convention, I can give you two examples.
Yeah.
The governor of Edo State was not a politician, right?
Yes.
He was in the economic sector.
Yeah.
The governor of Akwa Ibom State was a banker. He wasn't a politician.
Yeah.
Power was served a la carte in those situations. And that's what I'm saying, that when you see a disadvantaged group, When you see a disadvantaged group and you need to push for equity, these are the things that you do. Women are not lazying around and hoping that they will be given this position or gifted these positions, right? Women are actually working towards it. But there are several factors in politics that ensure that no matter how hard women work, this is where they find themselves. So we all have to put in sincere efforts. Those of us in the media have to do agenda setting. Yes, you would ask again, where are the women? But we're here. You have to go out of your way to look for women who, when they speak, people begin to understand. When they keep seeing women in these places, talking about politics, talking about national issues, begin to understand that, oh yes, women belong in these conversations. Women belong in these spaces. The same thing for politics. We all have to put effort. If you had a child that was not good in maths, you just get that child a lesson teacher, right? You wouldn't just say, well, you know what, maths is not served a la carte. You have to go and find a way to, no. So if you see a situation where one person is disadvantaged, we have to make sure that we do things to make sure that that person is not disadvantaged. And I keep making this point, that women's participation in politics is not just for the sake of it. We need several perspectives on the table. And sir, that perspective will help you too. If you were thinking of going into politics, this is currently a very violent place. Very, very violent place. I'm looking at people who are running in 2023 and wondering, wow, you must be superheroes to think of running at this time when everything is so terrible. But you know what? There is a way women function within these spaces that tends to bring down tensions. Just an example of that. Just this one. There are different perspectives. There's so many different perspectives. In terms of leadership, in which political participation is a road to leadership. Yes, please carry on, please.
You know, go ahead. I'll let you come in just for a second. You know, I was thinking that as a society, as a global society, if we use racism, for example, we know that racism is wrong and it's wrong to be a racist.
Absolutely.
However, there are people who could still subscribe to racially prejudicial thought processes. And much like the plight of women, people will understand that businesses fare better when you have women on their executive boards. Politicians and countries fare better when they have women in positions of power. But I guess it does rely also on the society of the country you want to lead. Absolutely. If we use Hillary Clinton for an example, she said years ago on an interview that women still dislike me for staying with my husband,
she did say
but
that.
They still love my husband.
You're right.
So at this point, if we use Nigeria as an example, if we use Nigeria as an example when it comes to wanting women in positions of power, do you think that the Nigerian electorate actually has the appetite for it?
You're right.
Will they demand it? Will they ensure that if I vote for this person, you're going to do this for women? Is there enough action on the ground to force people above them to do something different?
Which is really my point.
Yeah,
Ndi, just a second. Which is really my point. It isn't about the masculine ecosystem handing over power to women. It's also about women, you know, the large number of women in the electorate rooting for fellow women. That's actually my point. Do you get it?
Okay, so yes, I understand, and these are quite good points. But let's also get back to this structural issues we're talking about. We have a patriarchal society, and women are socialized to be like this, right? I remember I'm watching this very funny show on Netflix, and I just remembered flat earthers and round earthers, and I just remember that I have been told the earth is round my whole life. I'm never going to think that it is flat. This is what I have. Do you understand? I'm never even going to give it a chance. And when I see other people who are saying it is flat, I'm like, okay, this person is not okay. But that's what I've been taught over and over and over again. The Nigerian woman has been taught over and over and over again that she has a place where she belongs. The Nigerian woman has been socialized towards being under. You cannot step out. It's very difficult. It takes a lot of behavioral change efforts to take people away from what they have been raised to believe, what they have been raised to know, what they have been raised to project. And so the onus lies on those of us who know better. Number two, the media. Number three, international organizations. And I will do this calling out right now because I'm seeing conversations, you know, especially with international organizations. We have the UN, EU. Everybody is bringing out money for women in politics right now. But it's not now you're supposed to bring it. You should have brought it after 2019. Immediately you saw the results of that, right? Yeah. You should have started from then with so much vigor, not when we get to the mouth of... Most of these things are gone already, if I do say so myself, and I'm really sad that I have to say it. But the reality is, it's not at this point when power brokers have been broken, then we brokering, have been brokering, oh my God. And then we get to this this point, and then we get, this is such a forgiving show, and then we get to this point, and then this is when you are fighting for these things. So we need to start for 2027 now, start learning the lessons now. In fact, immediately after the PDP convention, we need to have series of gatherings for what happened. How did we get here again after what happened the last time? If you remember, what happened the last time was that women were told that they would get some form of equity and that they should come out and run. And when they came out in the last convention, instead, we saw undemocratic actions happening. People were picking their own people and putting there. And this is why I would say again there, sir, that we should look at this thing clearly. The conversations around these political parties, especially the PDP convention today, a lot of it is consensus candidates. Consensus candidates here, consensus candidates. So basically, these people don't even have to run. If you can consensus candidate yourself out of this situation, which is almost at this point like the Malawi parliament, right? You win the seats and then you put the people there. Yeah. That parliament has been able to look at it and say, you know what, we can do 50-50 here because you are picking the people to put there. That's PDP right. Can do the same thing. APC can do the same thing. These are the major parties. They need to sit up with respect to women's participation. And remember, again, the point I was getting to is that women's participation is not for the sake of it. If you look at the Nigerian situation right now, you can see the tilt. You can see that policy making, law making, all of these things are tilted because why? Decision making is primarily from a certain group of people, and it's men. It's not just men, it's mainly older men. Sometimes you would even take something to the parliament, you take something to the National Assembly and realize that your legislators don't even know about it. So we have to look at the fact that politics is a means to an end. Yeah. Because, you know, this is a rent-seeking country. So when people win a position or when somebody gets promoted, we tend to forget that that person is there to fulfill a purpose. And instead we do, you don't land, though, she don't hit, now she's a big babe. No. If you're the party chairman of the PDP, you're the party chairman for the PDP to ensure that this political party runs well. It has a proper ideology. It provides platforms and ensures that better candidates come up towards what? Governance and leadership. And that when those people are produced, you make your best attempt to bring out the best. And that when those people get into these positions, they project that which you have done. And it leads to a better nation. So this is not just a game, as people would say, for the sake of it. No, lives are dependent on it. Right. People's livelihoods, everything that we are dependent on this thing that is happening today. And so this thing that is happening today, we must ensure that it is as balanced as possible. Women should be there and well represented. Men should be there and well represented. Persons living with disability should be there and well represented. Young persons should be there and well represented. I should add that the young person slot is not only for young men, please. Young person slot is for young men and young women. Thank you very much.
Ndi Kato, women's rights advocate, thank you very much. It's small but mighty, the time that we spent with you today. Thank you very much for joining us.
Do hang in there. Don't give up. It will happen. We'll get there soon.
Absolutely.
We will keep trying, and we need your support, I should say.
Absolutely.
We need your support. For agenda setting in the media, we need your support. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thanks so much.